Hi everyone. I want to talk a little bit more about the energetic entanglement. So I did bring up about that in the last video, and I brought it up about the judgments that we have of ourselves and each other, which causes that energetic entanglement. There's also something else that we do, and it's called justification. So a lot of times we try and find justification for things not to do. Like maybe you even have a friend or someone you know, or maybe even yourself, where you always try and find justification to maybe get out of something, or justification to not move forward into something. Maybe you find justification to not be committed to things, or and that's usually the biggest one, to not get committed to things. There's always some type of justification, an excuse. And this also causes a lot of entanglements, but mostly what it does is it causes blocks. And when we have blocks within ourselves or blocks towards others, then we're going to stay in that confused state, that judgment, that opinion, that justification. We might find ourselves to be even more lonely. We not experience as much of life because we've always, got some justification why not to do something. And so we're not going to experience something that maybe is great for us to experience. And it can be hard to free ourselves because there's different levels of the mind. So I call it the lower mind and the higher mind. And the lower mind is the one that's always chatting, trying to find the justification. It's always going off, it doesn't stop. But the higher mind is more the observer. And the higher mind's able to see those judgments and those justifications to not do things, or the excuses that we make. So when we're able to learn more about our higher mind and get into that higher mind, our life starts to flow a lot easier and a lot better for ourselves. So even with what's happening today on the world stage, there's a lot of fear being projected. That's also part of energetic entanglement, because they're entangling us into that fear. They're triggering our fight and flight mode. They're triggering our traumas and issues, abandonment issues and things like that. When we learn how to disentangle from that, we become a lot more powerful. And then those people in power are not going to have as much power, because we're not going to let their fear mongering embed within us. We're going to be able to think clearly. We're going to be able to have clear, criticism and critical thinking, and also stand strong in our no, to them, because they're just a bunch of parasites, and what's happening on earth is important because this is our home, and we have a right to live and exist and live freely and sovereign and divine and be the creative beings that we are, and no one has a right to take that away from us. But this is what's happening right now, so it is an entanglement. So we've got to also be mindful of that. Have time out from social media, have time out from the television. Make sure you're also looking after your own health, mental health, physical, emotional, spiritual, energetic health, because it's really important. It's important for you to have time out so you can just be and center and relax. And you'll start to feel more powerful in yourself. And not only that, as you cleanse yourself from these entanglements, you start to open yourself up to receive, and life starts to flow a lot more easier and smoother, and you start to feel more happier and more joy as well, and the simple things just start to feel really great. So check in with yourself. How would your life change if you were to stop those judgments, if you were to stop all those justifications to not do things, all those excuses? What would your life look like? And would it look better? I know for myself it did, so I'm pretty sure it would be for you, and it has for others that I've known and the clients that I work with. So there are tools and techniques for us to learn to come to our center, to understand about the energetic entanglements, and to start to release those, and release those harsh judgments to ourselves, to others, and even the judgments that others have to us. We can energetically totally disentangle from that. And that's why I'm going to be offering one-on-one energetic disentanglement sessions. So I can work with people, and we can start to move and cleanse and get rid of those entanglements, and so you can open yourself up to receive and start feeling more centered, more you, and that you got the control in your life. because our mind and our thoughts are very powerful. It's all frequency, everything. And so let's use our frequency for good, for our own health and well-being, and for others. So I hope this video has been, giving you some information and some things to think about. And if you are struggling with things, remember, always reach out. There's always someone that can assist and help you. And I'm available. If you want that, you can do that. But there's always someone for you. So just check in. Let go of the judgments, let go of the justifications, let go of the excuses. Make sure you got time to meditate, to just be and look after yourself. And I'm sure that you'll start to feel better, like straight away. So give that a go. All right, guys. Until next time, follow your bliss and be in joy, and lots of love, love, love.